Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing my March favorites. I wanted to sit down and just go over a few things that I've been loving this month. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna start off with is skincare. I've been loving this Peter Thomas Roth acne spot and area treatment. So this has helped me out a lot. Like, this really works overnight. I put it on any acne that I have and it reduces it so much. I used to use tea tree oil for like acne spot treatments, but I felt like it really didn't work, or at least it took more time for it to work. But this, I felt like it worked fast. Like, I try to use this every other night just because it does dry out your skin, so you want to be careful. But yeah, this really does work. So this has definitely been my favorite this month. So I only have a few things from skincare, just the acne spot treatment and this witch hazel that I got from Target. I just put this on after I wash my face and in the morning. So I wash my face at night and then I do a mask first, and then I put this on after I do a mask, and then I sometimes put it on in the morning. I just feel like it calms my skin. I used to use a toner, but I feel just that this works better anyways. And I know I've seen a lot of stories on Snapchat where people like who had really bad acne like show how they fixed it, and a lot of people said that they use witch hazel, so I wanted to pick this up and see if it worked, and it does. My skin has cleared up a lot. I do have like little pimples, but not like the big cystic acne that I used to get. So I'm thinking that these two things are working, and then just making sure I'm strict with taking off my makeup and washing my face afterwards. So these two were the only skincare items that I have. Oh, I was wrong. Not two. 3, I have this Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to clear pores. This obviously I don't use every day as well. I just use it when I feel like I need to give my skin a break, just because I've been putting on all this makeup on my face. I usually go in with this. I let it sit for about 15 minutes and then I wash it off, and I feel like it does improve my skin. Especially, usually I'm not seen any results when it comes to like charcoal mask, but with this one I felt like my skin was a lot smoother, and it just kind of brightened it and just made sure that it really got into my pores and took out everything that was in there. Yeah, definitely this has also been my favorite. Now moving on to makeup, I'm gonna start off with the highlighters I've been loving. So I have mentioned this before, and it's the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. I don't know, I just feel like this, it just does what I wanted to do. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. I just prefer like the gold champagne type of highlight, and this one really does it for me. I feel like I don't have to do a lot for it to stand out. It kind of just does its thing. I definitely use this every day. So you can like put a little bit on just for an everyday look, and also you can really intensify it for when you do a dramatic look. But yeah, definitely, I have mentioned this before, and it's definitely one of my favorite highlighters. Also, the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero. I know this is pretty old, but I've been grabbing this when I really want an intense highlight, just because I know these are a lot, like, kind of give you that wet highlight look. So usually I go in with Forever Young and Glow Getter. I kind of mix these two, just put it on my cheekbones, and it really does give me that intense highlight that I like. And then for like the inner corner, if I really want to brighten up a look, I go in with Forever Lit. So yeah, definitely these two highlights have been my favorite. Now, sticking to like the glow and the highlight, a primer I've been using is the Backlight Priming Filter by Becca. I have used the, what is it called? Okay, so I threw away the other one, but it was the purple one. I don't remember what it's called, but it's more of a hydrating one. But this one hydrates but still gives you a glow. I prefer this one over the purple one that they have. Yeah, I've been grabbing this every day. It just kind of gives me that luminous look that I prefer, and it just makes my foundation like look more natural. So yeah, I've been really loving this primer. And for the foundation, I've been loving it's Sephora 10 Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. I have used this before. I think it was like maybe 2 years ago, but I just forgot about it, and I started like really buying a lot of foundations, which I didn't ever use up. I don't know why I do that, but now I'm trying to like buy a couple of foundations and then finish them before I buy a new one. So before I was using the Bobbi Brown Natural Skin or something like that. It was pretty like sheer coverage. I wanted a little bit more coverage just because I was breaking out. So I went with this one just because I knew it was really good and I liked the coverage. These two, this and the Backlight Primer, are a really good match. The only issue that I have with this foundation is it can stick to your dry spots if you don't hydrate enough. But I don't have a problem with it that much, just because I know I get oily throughout the day, so it kind of balance itself out. I can't talk. It works out for me in the end. So yeah, this has definitely been my go-to foundation. My next favorite is the Dose of Colors liquid. It's a lip gloss. It's called Over the Top, and this was a collaboration with Dose of Colors and Desi and Katie, one of my favorite YouTubers. They collab with Dose of Colors, and they did lipsticks, highlighters, eyeshadows, and this lip gloss. But this lip gloss is what I've been going to every day. There was another one I was using. I think it's from the Body Shop. No, the one with it's called like Mother Pucker or something, and like plumps up your lips. I've been using that one, but I actually let my sister have it just because I did her makeup and I left it there, so I just like told her to keep it. But other than that, this one has definitely been my favorite lip gloss. It's just something, I have it on right now, that you can put over the top of any lipstick and it just kind of makes it shimmery, or you can put it on your bare lips and it still gives you that nice sheen. Definitely this is something that Desi and Katie say, if you want your lips to look slutty, this is what you want to use. My next favorite is the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. My other favorite was the L'Oreal Carbon Black Mascara, and I felt like I needed to try something new. So I heard a lot of good reviews on this, so I decided to pick it up. And it's actually, I probably like this more than the L'Oreal Carbon Black Mascara, just because this really makes my lashes look really long and the mascara lasts for a really long time. I don't know, I feel like this probably has to be one of the best mascaras at the drugstore for sure. For blush, I've been loving the Wet n Wild Color Icon Apricot in the Middle. This is a peachy, more nude type of blush. It does have some shimmer in it, but not too much to where you look super glittery. I just feel like when I want to go for a more everyday natural look, I pick this up and put it on my cheeks, and it's not super intense. Hands down, I think Wet n Wild makes one of the best blushes. They're pretty pigmented, so you have to be careful with them. But these, the Color Icon ones, you can really build it up. It won't be too intense, and it'll still look natural even though it looks shimmery. So yeah, definitely I would suggest if you want to try out a glowy natural blush, go for this one. This next favorite, I don't know if I mentioned it before. It's the Dream Street with Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. Hands down one of my favorite palettes to use this month. It's just, it has everything. You can do a natural look and obviously a more dramatic look with the pops of colors. So you have your neutrals here, your transition shades, and then your pops of colors and your shimmers. Yeah, I tend to go usually for, obviously for everyday, I use these and then the shimmers, but I usually like the super warm bright colors. But other than that, yeah, this palette is really good. I would suggest you pick this up if you really like ColourPop. It's really cheap. I think this was like $16. Yeah, I use it all the time and I still have a pretty decent amount left. I don't use obviously the blues as much just because I feel like I can't pull them off. But yeah, I'd like to try to do more looks with this palette. I only have two things left for my favorites, and it's the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer by Catrice Cosmetics. I heard Kathleen Lights talk about this, and she said it was like very hydrating and gave you that coverage. So I tried it out, and it is exactly that. It's super hydrating, because usually I would use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and it's really like good for brightening and coverage, but it would get dry under my eyes. So I feel like if I mixed it in with this, or maybe just use a little bit less, but I tend to kind of just not mix it and just use this by itself, and it works just fine. So yeah, if you want a natural coverage concealer, I would suggest you pick this up. They have Catrice at Ulta. I'm not sure if they have it at the one here in Stockton, but I know in Modesto, and I think I found this one in Lodi. Yeah, Lodi Ulta does carry Catrice, so if you want to find it, I would suggest you look there. And for my last favorite, it's this Tarte brush. It's double-sided. It doesn't have any name on it, but I got this in a brush set when they do like during the holidays, like all the holiday sales. So yeah, this was in the set. I don't know if you can tell how big it is, but this applies my foundation so fast. Like, it covers my whole face, and because it is so flat, like, it really like gives you full coverage because it is dense. Well, it's not super dense, but it is flat, so it kind of applies the foundation like really nicely. So yeah, this has definitely been my favorite to apply my foundation, especially when I'm in a rush, just because it just covers like half of my face. But yeah, definitely this has been my go-to to apply my foundation. That is all I have for you guys. I know it was really quick and simple, and I probably didn't have a lot of favorites, but I kind of wanted just to take this time to sit down and record something because no one's home, and you know, usually when no one's home, that's when I like to film. Alright, so that's all that I have for this video. I know this video is pretty short and I don't have that much favorites, but I kind of wanted just to take this time and to sit down and film something for you guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.